business in the 21st century. It's never been more complex, more demanding, or more competitive, and these challenges are only compounded by the fact that many businesses operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Of course, to run a business like this, you need the computing power of servers that offer both high performance and high availability. Hello, and welcome to HP. I'm Brendan, and in the following program I'll be giving you a basic introduction to the world of server technology. We'll begin by comparing the ways in which servers are similar to your desktop or laptop computer. Then we'll identify some basic server components and see how a server is designed. Next, we'll discuss several key server features and talk about how they add value to a customer's business. And finally, you'll learn about industry performance benchmarks and how these can be used to help sell HP servers. Of course, after viewing this program, you couldn't be expected to be an expert on server technology. However, you should have a solid foundation, a foundation you can build upon as you learn more about HP server solutions. I'm sure most of you have a computer of some sort, a laptop, a PC, or a notebook, but what you may not realize is that your own personal computer has very much in common with a large server. In fact, they both have the same primary components. They both have processors that perform the actual computing, they both have memory, they both have disk drives, and they both have slots for expansion cards. Later in the program, we'll talk about each of these common components in more detail. But for now, it's enough to know that personal computers and servers have several components in common. Obviously, there are also differences between the two, but in broad terms, the primary differences between personal computers and servers is the size, complexity, and performance of the components. Your own personal computer probably has one processor, maybe two. On the other hand, servers can have up to 128 processors, and that's of today. In the future, I'm sure they'll have even more. In addition, the processor in your personal computer probably comes from one of the two big chip manufacturers, Intel or AMD. Servers also use processors from these companies, but from several other manufacturers as well. In fact, some companies, such as HP, design their own processors that are used exclusively in their own servers. And what about memory? On a typical personal computer, 2 gigabytes of RAM, or random access memory, is considered a lot. But in a server, let's make that 2 terabytes. That's right, not 2 gigabytes, 2 terabytes. 1,000 times as much. That's a big, big difference. And in the future, this number is likely to be even greater. Server memory is also different than personal computer memory. It's a special type of RAM called ECC, or Error Correcting Code. ECC can monitor and correct some common memory errors. In addition, servers may contain other specialized memory features that provide for high availability and protection from errors. Disk drives are used to store data. Most personal computers have only one hard drive and perhaps another peripheral drive, sometimes two. Servers, however, can have 50, 100, or even 500 or more drives. Like their name implies, expansion slots are used to expand the capabilities of both personal computers and servers. However, unlike personal computers that have only a few slots, servers can have up to 192 slots. Of course, like everything else in the world of technology, this number is likely to be higher in the future. These slots can hold a variety of expansion cards. Cards that can be used for networking, storage, and so on. As you've seen, even though personal computers and servers have many of the same components, the size and complexity of these components varies widely. However, there are also other, less tangible differences between the two. One major difference between personal computers and servers is the number of users each can handle. As you well know, your personal computer can be used by only one person at any given time. Servers, however, are capable of running several applications at the same time, and literally thousands of users can be accessing those applications. But perhaps the most critical aspect of high-end servers is that they are designed for high availability. They may need to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And in many cases, they may need to operate on their own in unattended data centers. Typically, this is referred to as a lights-out environment. Okay. Now, just to make sure you're still awake and paying attention, I'm going to ask you a few quick questions. We'll begin with a simple true or false question. Servers can have more CPUs, memory, expansion slots, hard drives, applications, and users than desktop PCs. True or false? I hope you said true. If not, be sure to stay after class. Next, which of the following is designed for continuous and unattended operation? A desktop PC, B, a server, C, a teenager's cell phone, D, all of the above. The correct answer is B, a server. Remember, a server, unlike a desktop, is specifically designed for continuous and unattended operation. And now for our final question. ECC, or error correcting code, is commonly found on desktop PCs. True or false? And the correct answer is false. ECC is commonly found on servers. I know we'd all like our personal computers to correct all of our errors, but sorry, this just isn't going to happen. Okay, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming.